Hi guys, welcome back to Reboot Academy. Today we are going to see the mathematical reasoning. Most of the problems are related to their competitive examination also. So please watch carefully. We are going to process only the sums what we are going to get in the examination. So first we are going to see speed, time and distance method and shortcut tricks. So here we have the three main formulas. Distance equal to speed into time. Speed equal to distance by time and time equal to distance by speed. So the relative speed, we are most probably we have the relative speed sums. So the relative speed means the moving of an object with respect to the other object. If a person is moving, the speed also calculated according to the moving of the person or the other persons. So here if the two persons moving in the same direction, then we calculate their difference. If they are moving in the same direction, we are computing with the additions. Okay. Here we have our first problem, first type. So we are going to calculate the average speed when time is same. So here the time is same, but we have to calculate the average speed of the person. Okay. Here the example is a man travels 900 kilometers at 60 kilometers per hour. He then travels another 600 kilometers at 40 kilometers per hour. So here we have the solution. First we have to check whether the time is same. So for that we have to calculate the time. So time taken for 900 kilometers equal to 900 by 60 is equal to 15 hours. Okay. So as I said earlier, first we have to check whether the time is correct or not. So the same thing, we have to calculate it for 400. Then we have 600 kilometers. For 600 kilometers, we have to calculate. He travels 40 kilometers speed for 600 kilometers. It's also average of 15 hours. So we concluded that the time is same for both the cases. So time is same for both the cases. So we have to calculate only the average. Okay. So we calculate only the average speed. So as I said earlier, we have the two traveling speed of a person. So S1 is 60 and S2 is 40. So we have to calculate the average speed. So average speed, okay, average speed equal to 60 plus 40 divided by 2. This is our formula. So we'll get 50 kilometers per hour. Okay. Do you have any doubt? If you have any doubt, just WhatsApp me. So average speed equal to, so this is the first type of problem. So we get maximum of the problems in this pattern. So as we have calculated now, so we have only 3 to 4 types of problems in all the examination, in the all type of competitive examination. Mainly you have to find a speed, average speed or average time or average distance. So the first problem is based on average speed calculation. Here we have the time of travel is same. So we don't want to bother about the time. The time is same. So we have to consider only the distance and speed. So we have calculated it. So a person travels for 900 kilometers at 60 kilometers per hour, and the same person has traveled 600 kilometers at 40 kilometers per hour. So the time of travel for the two traveling history is same. So the time is same. So we don't want to consider about it. We'll go calculate the average speed. So the formula for average speed is S1 plus S2 by 2. Okay. This is the formula. This is a very important type question you'll get in your examination. So we'll move on to the second problem, second type. So here we have the problem. We have to calculate the average. We have the first problem. We have to calculate the average speed when the distance are same. So we have the same distance. We have to calculate the speed, average speed. Okay. So here the formula. So average speed when the distance are same. So she travels from her house to office at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour. She suddenly returns home at the speed of 80 kilometers per hour. What is her average speed? So here is the solution. So S1 is equal to 70, then S2 is equals to 80, then we have to calculate the average speed when the distance are same. So 2 of 70 into 80 divided by 70 into 80. Okay. So here we have the answer. So 11,200 divided by, so 70 into 80 into 2. Okay. By, sorry, plus not minus, plus by 150. Okay. So we have to divide the values. So our final answer will be 74.67 kilometers per hour. Okay. So till now we have seen two types. The first type, we have the time, same time. We have to calculate the average speed. In the second type, so the first type we have the time same, but we have to calculate the speed. In the second type we have the distance same. We have to calculate the average speed. Here, she travels from her house to office at a speed of 70 kilometers. Suddenly returns home at the speed of 80 kilometers. So she is traveling from house to office and office to house. So the distance she travels is same. She never changed the direction or she never went anywhere else. She is traveling from home to office and office to home. So the distance is same. We have to calculate the average speed of how many kilometers speed she has traveled. So S1 is 70, S2 is 80, and the average speed formula for the same distance is 2 of 70 into 80 by 70 plus 80. That is average speed equal to 2 into S1 into S2 by S1 plus S2. Okay guys, let's go for the third type. So this is the third sum. In the third type, so the distance between the two cities A and B is 560 kilometers. I want to mention you one thing. This type is very important because you have many problems in this type in your examination. So please listen carefully. You have most of the problems in this type. You have every at least you have one question from this type. Okay, here a distance between the two city A and B is 560 kilometers. A train starts from A at 8 a.m. and travels towards B at 120 kilometers per hour. Okay, here we have A a city and B also other city. So distance between the two cities is 560 kilometers. A train starts from A at 8 a.m. and travels towards B So from A city, it is traveling to the B city. It starts there from 8 a.m. and speed is 120 kilometers per hour. So there is another train. It is coming in the opposite direction, that is from B at 9 a.m. and travels towards A at 100 kilometers per hour. So what time do they meet? So at what time both the train will get coincident or get parallel or they'll meet each other. Okay. So here is the solution. So here A started at 8 a.m. and he covered 120 kilometers 120 kilometers. Then only B started. So first A has started and it reached 120 kilometers. Then only B has started its journey. Okay. Started its journey. Okay guys. Journey. So the remaining distance. So what is the remaining distance? So A has crossed 120 kilometers but B is not yet started. So we have to find the difference in the traveling of A and B. So the remaining distance is equal to 560 minus 120. So that is 540 kilometer is remaining for A. So we have to calculate the relative speed. So what is the speed B has to travel? So relative speed equal to, so as I said earlier, for calculating the relative speed, we have to add. So 120 plus 100. So 100 is the speed of B. So equal to 220 kilometers per hour. So now they will meet after how many kilometers? They will meet after 440 divided by 20 is equal to 2 hours. So it is concluded that both the trains will meet each other after 2 hours. Okay. Now at what time they will meet? So we have to find the time. So now they meet at B has started by 9. So we got the time interval of 2 hours. So we have to add the 2 hours. So it is by 11 a.m. they both will meet. Okay. So this is very important sum. You will definitely get these type of questions in your otherwise a competitive exam or in the NET exam. You'll get these type of questions. So just listen carefully. I am explaining it to you again. So the distance between two cities A and B is 560 kilometers. So first train starts from first city at 8 a.m. and travels towards, it is traveling towards the reaching city B at 120 kilometers per hour. So other train is started in the opposite city. So opposite direction, this B at 9 a.m. and its traveling speed is 100 kilometers. So we have to find at what time they will coincide or they'll meet. So here we have to find the remaining distance between the two train travel. Okay, so the remaining distance equal to the total distance between the two cities is 560 minus the train has traveled, train A has traveled 120 kilometer. So we have to, as I said earlier, while finding the relative speed in the opposite direction, we have to subtract the distance. So 560 minus 120 equal to 440 kilometers. The relative speed equal to, so if you wanted to travel in the same direction, we wanted to make the coincident of the both the trains. So you have to find the relative speed. So 120 plus 100 equal to, so the train B is traveling in an average speed of 100. So train A is traveling in an average speed of 120. So we have to calculate both the speed. So it is 220 kilometers per hour. So they will meet after how many hours? So we have a remaining distance of 440 and we have the relative speed. So our formula is remaining distance by relative speed. So it is 2 hours. So I wanted to calculate the time. So it starts by 9 and we have calculated the time after 2 hours. So we have to add the 2 hours. So they will both meet by 11 a.m. Okay. Shall we move for the next one? Okay. The least time to meet in a circular race T1, T2, T3 equal to individual time taken by each racer to complete one circle. So we have to find the time in a circular ring or in a circular path. So 3 persons participate in a race on a circular track of length 400 meters. Okay, they can run at a speed of 2 mpbs, 4 mpbs and 5 mpbs respectively. How long will they take to meet in the starting point for the first time? So we have to calculate how long it takes for them to clear their first lap. You know that, or if you are watching a motor GP or some other race, you know first lap, second lap. So what is the time they taken for the first lap? So person 1 equal to total kilometer is 400. He is traveling in 2 mpbs time seconds. So we have to divide it. Is equal to 200 seconds. So we assume it as T1. The second person, he is traveling by 400 mpbs speed. So he will reach in 100 seconds. Then we can assume it as T2. Then next person 3 equal to 400 divided by 5 is equal to 80 seconds. So we can assume it as T3. So we have to find You have to find what is the average time they'll reach. Okay, so you have to take how long they will take to meet starting point for the first time. First time, how many seconds they will take to reach. So you have to take the LCM. Have to take the LCM of T1, comma T2, comma T3. So you'll get a value. So LCM of 200, comma 100, comma 80 equal to 400. So it takes 400 seconds to reach their starting point. So this is our answer. Okay, this is our answer. So it's really easy. Let's explain. I will explain you again. Here we are going to find the time in a circular path. In a MotoGP or any other races, we have a only circular path. In the circular path, there is a track whose length will be 400 meters. So the first person speed is 2 mph and the second person is 4 mph and the third person is 5 mph. So we have to calculate how the time when they will reach their first time, complete their first time track first lap. Okay, here we have to find the person's average time to reach. Okay, yeah. So person 1 is 400 by 2 is equal to 200 second is T1, and the second we have to divide with the given kilometers, and then we have to find the LCM. Then their LCM value will be the final answer. Okay, shall we go for the next type? So last type, calculating the speed of two people moving towards 2 point A and B in opposite direction. So we are going to find the speed when the person moves in the opposite direction. So here we have the formula. It is average time of speed of A speed of B. Example, two girls moves in opposite direction, one from A to B and other from B to A. The girl from A reaches the destination in 20 hours and the girl from B reaches the destination in 25 hours. After having met, if the former speed is 25 kilometers per hour, what will be the speed of later? Okay. So here is the solution. If two persons moves in the opposite direction, they will reach their destination in the speed of SA and SB. So speed of A and speed of B, where time taken by them to cover the distance. So we have to find the time. So time taken to cover their distance is equal to so for SA it is 25 into SB it is 20. Okay, by it is value of square root, that is TB by TA. So TB by TA is 20 hours. So 20 is equal to 20 kilometers per hair. Okay. Do you have any doubt? Just WhatsApp me. So here we are completing our problems on speed and time. So the fifth type is we have in the opposite direction. We have to find the time or speed of the two peoples. Okay. So the time taken to cover the speed is 25 into 20 by B equal to a square root of TB and TA. Okay. So this is our answer. Shall we move for the next topic? So age calculation. So as I said earlier, in the speed distance we have only first three types. It's very important. The remaining you have just a glance. You have a glance. It's not that much important to you, though they'll never ask that much of questions like that. So you just go ahead with the first three types. Have a complete revision. In the second method, age aptitude tricks, I'll give you a few ideas how to clear the age problems. First type we have age of Asna and Sushma are in the ratio of 3:4. After 8 years, the ratio of their ages will be 7:8. What is difference in years between their age? So we have to find the age difference between the two persons. So we'll have most probably these kind of sums. So Asna and Sushma. So first they'll have age ratio of 3:4. Okay. And the ratio of their ages will be after 8 years they'll have an age difference of 7:8. Okay. So what we have to find? We have to calculate the difference. So after 8 years. So after 8 years, you have to find for after 8 years what is their age limit. That is 8 years into, so we have a difference, that is we should subtract this two. So while finding the sums we have to subtract these two value and we have to cross multiply these values. Okay. So here after 8 years it is into 8 minus 7 divided by 7 into 4 minus 8 into 3. Okay, this is the formula for calculating the age. So we need to find the difference. So difference equal to, so 8 into 7 minus 8 minus 7 is 1 by 7 into 4 is 28 minus 8 into 3 is 24. So equal to 8 into 1 is 8 by 24 into 24 minus 28 is 4. 4. So therefore it is concluded that it's 2. The difference in age is 2. So this is our answer. So this is our answer. Okay. So before calculating, we have to check whether they have given two ratios in the questions. Okay. First, in the age aptitude tricks, we have most probably these kind of sums. First, they are given the ratio of Asna and Sushma are 3:4. So after 8 years, their ratio will be 7:8. So their age difference is 7:8. So what is the difference in their age between their years between their age? So first we have to make it in a order of ratio. So Asna is to Sushma. So 3:4 is their first age before 8 years, and after 8 years it is 7:8. So we have to find the difference after 8 years ratio. So then we have to cross multiply in the previous ratio. So our formula is 8 into 8 minus 7. So their current ratio by cross multiplication of their previous ratio and the current ratio. So we'll get the value 8 into 1 by 28 minus 24 is equal to 8 by 4 is 2. So shall we go for the next sum? We have the example. We have the same type in the next problem also. Let's check. Okay, we proceed with the second example. 10 years ago, ratio of age of A and B was 3:1, and after 10 years, the ratio of their ages will be 2:1. As I said earlier, we have to proceed with the same method. So A and B. So their ratio before 10 years is 3:1, and after 10 years it is 2:1. Okay, so we have to find their age after 10 years. So we have the formula. We have to find the ratio 10 years ago. Their ratio is 3:1, and after 10 years, so we have to find for both the 10 years. So as I said earlier, first we have to subtract these two. Okay, subtract these two values, that is 2 minus 1, and we have to cross multiply the values. Okay, so given total 10 years and 10, so we take it as 12. So they totally given 12 years. 10 plus 10 it's 20 years. First they given 10 years, and next they have mentioned 10 years. So totally it's 20 years. Okay, totally it's 20 years. So we have to calculate first. So 20 into 2 minus 1 divided by 3 into 1, okay, minus 2 into 1. Okay, so it is find out that 20 into 1 divided by 3 into 1 3, 2 into 1 2, 2 minus 3 is 1. So we have the answer 20. Okay, so before 10 years they have given it is 10 years ago. We wanted to calculate for find the sum of present age. So we have to find the present age before 10 years they have given you. So we have to calculate for before 10 years first. So 10 years ago, to calculate the present year, we have to calculate the age for before 10 years. Okay, before 10 years and after 10 years. So for before 10 years, we have to calculate for A and B. So for A, for B. So for A it is 3 into 20. For B it is 1 into 20. So the present age is 60 plus 10, then 20 plus 10. So they are given 10 years ago the ratio is 3:1 and after 10 years, so the current 10 years their ages in the ratio we have to calculate. After 10 years we have to calculate. So before 10 years it is 3 into 20 and 1 into 20. The present year while we are calculating we have to calculate for next 10 years also. So their ages 70 30. So the sum of their present ages, so we have to calculate the sum. So total of their ages, sum of their age is equal to 70 plus 30 is equal to 100. Okay, so as I said earlier, we have to calculate for 10 years and 10 years. So they are given ago 10 years and after 10 years we have to calculate totally for 20 years as in the same way what we have calculated in the previous sum. Then we have to calculate the present age. For that we have to calculate the age before 10 years ago. So it is 3 into 2 and for the present 10 years we have to add the age of the ago 10 years with the present 10 years. So we have to calculate the sum of their age, that is 70 plus 30 equal to 100. So let's see one more example in the type 1. So here they are given 5 years ago their ratio is 5:8, the age of A and B, and after 5 years their age ratio is 5:9. So as I said earlier, we have to calculate the age first for the 10 years. They are given 5 plus 5, it is 10 years. So A is to, just as in the previous problem, he has to calculate A is to B. Here their ratio is 5:8 and after 5 years it is 5:9. So as I said earlier, we have to subtract the values and cross multiply it for calculating the values. So here it is 10 years, so equal to 10 into, it is 5, 9 minus 5, So divided by 9 into 5 minus 8 into 5. Okay. So equal to 10 into 4 divided by 45 minus 40. So it is clear that 40 minus 40 divided by 5. So equal to 8 years. So 10 years before and after, it is 8 years their age difference. Their age is 8 years difference. So we have to calculate for the ago 10 years and the present age. So for that, 5 years ago for A equal to 5 into 8 for B equal to 8 into 8. So it is 5 into 8, it is 40. 8 into 8, it is 64. So we have to calculate the present year age. So present age of A equal to present age of A equal to so we have to calculate the present age of A. So present age of A is 40 plus 5 equal to 45. Present age of B equal to 64 plus 5 equal to 69. Okay. So we have calculated the age, present age of the persons. So next we are going for the next step and next type. So here we have the question, ratio between the ages of mother and her daughter. So 4 years ago was 19:5. If the difference between the ages of mother and daughter is 28 years, what will be the ratio of their present age? So we have to calculate the ratio. So as I said earlier, we take it mother as M and daughter as D. So the ratio of their ages 19 and 5. As I said earlier, we have to calculate the difference first. We have to calculate the difference. So difference difference equal to 14 for so if the difference between the ages of mother and daughter is 28 years, so difference is for 28 years. We have to calculate it for 28 years. Our difference is we have founded it as 28 for 28 years. We have to found the difference. So for 28 years, okay, it is 1 to 1 to 2. Okay, so we have to calculate 4 years ago. So 4 years ago it was, okay, so 4 years ago it was 19 into 2 is to 5 into 2. Okay, nineteen into 2 it is 38, then 10. So 4 years ago their age was 38 and 10. We have to calculate the present year. So present year we have to add by 4. So their age will be 42 and 14. Okay, so we found the answer. It is 42. This is the answer. 42 is to 14. So shall we go for the next problem? So our next problem. 3 years ago A was 4 times as old as B, and after 18 years A's age was exceeded B's age by 12 years. So we have to find what is the present age of A and B. So listen to the question. 3 years ago A was 4 times as old as B. After 18 years A's age will exceed B's age by 12. So we had a clue that A is to B is 4 is to 1. Okay, so they have given it's 4 times, so we have calculated as 4. Then we have to find the difference. So 3 years ago, so the difference between, we have to calculate the difference first. So difference equal to 3. Okay, so difference equal to 3 for 12 years ago. 12 years, so 1 year, for 1 year 4 years. Okay, so 3 years ago 4 into 4 is to 1 into 4. So their present age will be 19 is to 7. That is 16 plus 3 and 4 plus 3. Okay, we got our answer. So here we have the problem that 3 years ago A was 4 times as old as B. So we assume that B is 1 year. So after 18 years, A's age will exceed B's age by 12 years. So we have to calculate it for 12 years age difference. So we have to find the difference between A and B. It is 3 for 12 years. So for 1 year, it is 4 years difference. Okay. So for 3 years, it is 4 into 4. As we said, A's ratio is 4. So 4 into 4. For B, we assumed as 1. So 1 into 4. So the percentage will be after 3 years. So we have to calculate that 3 year also with the percentage. So 19 is the present age of A and 7 is the present age of B. So shall we go for the next example? So Divya got married 6 years ago. Today her age is 1 by 4 times her age at the time of marriage. His son age is 1 by 10 times her age of her son is. So we have to find the age of the son. So we can take it Divya's age as 1 of 1 by 4. So then Divya got married 6 years ago. Today her age is 1 bar 1 by 4. So today her age will be, we have to make the mixed fraction into common fraction. So 5 by 4. Okay. The time of marriage. Okay. At the time of marriage, Divya's age. The time of marriage, Divya's age is 5 by 4. So we have to calculate the ratios. So ratio equal to time into marriage schedule. So that is time tab marriage. Have to process the ratio for this. So 5 is to 4. As I said earlier, we have to calculate the difference. So we have to calculate the difference of these two. So difference. Okay. So we have to calculate the difference for 6 years. They have mentioned it as 6 years. So difference equal to 1 for how many years? 6 years. So we got an idea that time of marriage and now it is 5 into 6 tab 4 into 6. So son's age will be son's. So son's age equal to 1 by 10 into 30 equal to 3 years. Okay, are you clear? So